Time for Hot Picks. Gold has been hot this year, and our next guest sees some reasons to remain bullish on bullion. Julian Klymocko is CEO and Chief Investment Officer at Accelerate and joins us today. Julian, great to have you with us. Okay, let's talk about gold. You're constructive on it. It's had a big run. What's your thinking?
Good morning, John. Happy Friday from the heart of the Calgary Stampede, and happy Independence Day to our American friends. So we're bullish on gold, have been for a while, and we've been through a pretty wicked bull market, and we expect that to continue. So I'm chatting today about some mega picks for the 4th of July, and we see a few tailwinds caused by President Trump that will keep this bull market and gold going and push the prices higher. The first being chaotic tariff policy. Gold investors love uncertainty, and the price reflects that. So as more uncertainty comes out through trade policy, volatile trade policy, we do expect investors to flee U.S. capital markets, the U.S. dollar, and get into gold. The second tailwind would be President Trump's attacks on the Fed's independence, which just further hurts investor confidence in U.S. assets, the U.S. dollar. And lastly, the big, beautiful bill, which is going to be signed today. And with that comes tremendous amount of trillion-dollar deficits. More deficit spending will pressure the U.S. dollar and increase the amount of treasury bills and treasury bonds in the market, while global central banks such as China and Russia and Japan seem to be moving away from treasury bonds and into gold. So there's voracious buying of gold from global central banks, and just buying the yellow metal is a great way to play that trend. So we think the price is going higher, and we remain bullish.
Meanwhile, an alternative way to play gold, in your opinion, is through an investment like Dundee Precious Metals. How come?
Yes, so gold mining stocks, specifically gold mining producers, can provide leveraged exposure to a gold bull market, but you got to pick the winners. We think Dundee Precious Metals is a winner. They're just a real high performer, mid-tier gold producer. They have tremendous margins, very strong free cash flow profile. And with that, their capital allocation has been quite phenomenal. It's a combination of mergers and acquisitions, share purchases, and dividends. So they're really looking to reward shareholders. The stock has strong momentum, a really good valuation still, and great global geographic diversification. You don't want to be focused on one asset, because if you're global in nature, some of the gold mining destinations are sometimes not super friendly to investors. So we like that diversification that we provide, but they check all the boxes in what we look for: momentum, value, free cash flow, and capital allocation.
And before we let you go, Julian, one investment idea you have that is a short idea is tied to Cleveland Cliffs. Tell us about that one.
Yes, so there's a couple of President Trump-driven catalysts behind why we are bearish on Cleveland Cliffs and do have a short position. Number one, President Trump just approved Japan-based Nippon Steel's acquisition of domestic producer and Cleveland Cliffs competitor, U.S. Steel. And with that, you have a very well-resourced and very excellent operator in Nippon Steel coming into the market. They're going to invest billions of dollars with that to upgrade U.S. Steel's facilities and bring on a very aggressive competitor, which is going to pressure Cleveland Cliffs margins and their business. So they're now at a big competitive disadvantage as a U.S. domestic steel producer. Secondly, another Trump catalyst behind this short position is just the tariffs. So Cleveland-Cliffs had a bit of a bump in recently announced steel tariffs. So if and when those go away or get reduced with President Trump's push to negotiate more trade agreements, we think that previous tailwind is going to turn into a headwind. So a couple upcoming catalysts that haven't really been priced in that we think are going to pressure the shares lower.